Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am Know-It-All, and today we are adding stressed effects to my Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, the ride. So as you can see, there's some vines going on here. The Samsung building has had panels removed and plants growing through the holes, and I've stressed it, and I've made it look a bit like it does in the new trailer for the film. Now let's start adding some stress to the Indominous Rex paddock. You can see I've already filled the entire thing with overgrown trees. So now the sign's fallen down, there's more vines growing around it, so we need to give it that stressed look. So it looks like Fallen Kingdom, not Jurassic World. So continue adding the vines, which of course are a great part of the Adventure DLC. I find these brilliant to use. And so we double it up there and add some additional vines to add this kind of effect that the building is dilapidated as it's been abandoned for a period of time. And as you can see, that's looking quite good. So now we go back to the Samsung building and we start removing bits and pieces from it that would have fallen down or corroded by now. Now I've decided to leave the lighting in because you want the ride to be lit up somewhat at night. So I thought I would leave the lighting in place. Obviously some of those parts were floating, which you don't really want stuff that looks like it's not attached to anything and somehow has anti-gravity. It doesn't really look for a good effective ride. Now what we need to do now is the station. So again, I've already put some vines in, as you can see. Now I was thinking about putting vines overgrowing the top, and then I went, you know what, no, let's just go full vegetation on the roof of the building. Makes it look a bit more overgrown, so some roots, some trees growing off the top of the building and all that kind of stuff. So here we go, so let's add some roots to the side of the building, and then an archway, so a tree growing over the exit of the ride. Now we need to find one that is going to go next to that as well, so advance move that into place, so the roots are also growing over the top of the building. Bit of fine tuning there. Okay. Now we need to add a tree onto the top, get it into place. There we go, perfect. So now we've got a tree growing out the top of the station building, which I think looks pretty cool. Now what we need to do is vegetate everything on the front half of the roof. Not necessarily the back half, because the guests aren't going to be able to see that. And this is theming, so keeping it realistic. It's only really the bits that the public see that are themed fully. In fact, on some rides in many parks, you'll notice that if you pay close attention, you can actually see where the theming ceases, and you can just see normal stuff. But there we go, the ride's looking quite good at night now. I'd say that looks pretty good and stressed. The ride itself is coming along fairly nicely, so let's go back and add some more foliage onto here. I do like the Scaviola. It's very good for adding quick overgrown looking coverage, or of course flower beds and stuff like that. Nice some ironwood as well, so stuff that's overgrown and died, which I think also looks fairly good. Add some more foliage as well, thicken it all up. There we go, the top of the roof is now looking pretty overgrown. Let's add some additional roots as well, and some on the top of the building. And of course one of the things you need to make sure it's not doing is growing through the ceiling. I love the camera controls and the fact that sometimes they work perfectly and other times you have to fiddle around for ages before you can see stuff. So we've raised that. Now that's now hovering, but that's fine. We'll add multiple root systems, and again it's not going to be that visible from the ground. But now let's take it for a ride. Now this isn't in time lapse, so here we go. This is Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, the ride. Let's go on. And this is in dusk as well, which I think is quite nice. So it's getting darkish, so you can see the lighting. So here we go. Station doors open, and off we go. Through the entrance to the park, Jurassic World. A couple of signs there, Triceratops coming through the trees. Indominous Rex there. Okay, increase the speed of the chain lift to 12 miles an hour, so nice quick uplift to the top. I've smoothed through the track, but of course many people have the same issue. Smoothing is a bit of an issue, but you'll see it's fairly smooth as we go around. So first drop, with a nice look at the Jurassic Park car there and the smashed fence that we're about to plummet through, the T-Rex coming through the trees. There we go, first drop. Through a nice loop. Come back down past the raptor pen, which is also overgrown and broken, into an inline twist. Drop down. Switchback loop. There we go, very nice. Past the Samsung building. Through the loop. Multiple corkscrews. Which again, as I said, I don't think has ever been done with a vertical drop roller coaster. Round the outside paddock and the Indominous paddock, and back into the station. So, hope you've enjoyed, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Until next time, I'm Know-It-All. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you want to, comment on this video. Till next time, see you then.